probably at least 4 or 5 about scrap.
Oh, I like Scrabble.
Some walking tour.
Yes. Perfect.
Words that
You can do it. Where do you get that? I'm here.
Like that, dude. Good afternoon and welcome to this week's meeting of painfree MCs. The venue change. This is a new room for us, so it's going to be nice to speak in front of a different layout. It'll be kind of an interesting way to kind of see everybody's a little more close and I can sit in the back row.
Yeah.
My only announcement is just a reminder of the speech contest that is this coming Monday. Registration starts at 5 o'clock. Chris will be delivering his speech as part of the humor speech contest. I believe there's planning on about 30-ish people to show up between of the 10 clubs that are going to be sponsored between Area 52 and 53. So definitely welcome your participations. It's open to new family members, coworkers, everybody who wants to come in and just listen to some great speeches and to give support to Chris for his speech. Does anyone else have any announcements for today? Yes, Maggie.
I do. Per my email this morning, I do have the dues statement that I'll just give to everyone that's here. And I think what we've been able to do this time around, finally figured out how I can handle credit cards from you guys. So that will make it easier if you guys have corporate annexes or whatever, that works too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
For
Put it all on John's.
Good
Even
idea.
volunteered.
Including
Voluntold.
the club dues?
It's up to, are you reimbursed for the entire
Yeah.
thing? Okay, then you can put the whole shooting match. Oh, no, sorry about that. The club dues actually have to come separate. And sorry, I can't take credit cards for that. Good point, thank you.
And Maggie, what day are the dues?
ASAP, October 1 technically is the start of the new period, the renewal period. I'd like to get at least 5 of us in by October 1 in order to earn at least 1 point for the Distinguished Club. So,
And we can inter-office mail the
Yes.
check to you as well. Is that already?
yeah, it's on here as well. There's 3 options: cash, check, or credit card.
Or gold bullion.
Or going bullion. You'll get the going rate.
All right.
Thank you.
And we actually had one speaker drop out, so if there was anyone that wanted to deliver an impromptu speech, I heard that she was scared of Eileen's evaluation.
Oh, jeez. She should be.
So, if there's nothing else, I will go ahead and turn the meeting over to our Toastmaster and also our invocator today, Ms. Laureate.
Oh, sorry. Hi, everybody. Welcome, and thank you for being here for a wonderful Toastmaster meeting on this beautiful day. I just was outside at the United Way kickoff over at World Headquarters, and they fed all the matchmakers some pizza and salad, so that was really nice. So look forward to an email from your matchmaker if you're interested in giving to the United Way. And with I'll follow up on what John said about second speech today. Maybe some of you could think about a vacation that you took this summer. You could do an impromptu speech. So just an idea. It's always fun to talk about something that you've already done and you're excited about. Okay, we have one speaker, and the invocation for today is from Eleanor Roosevelt. It isn't enough to talk about peace. One must believe it. And it isn't enough to believe it, one must work at it. We must promote peace with our words and in our daily decisions, and there can be no peace if there is no peace within ourselves. So please think about peace for ourselves, next our club, and then the world. All right. Maggie at this time to give us the word of the day. Maggie?
I was just demonstrating the word. The word of the day is somnambulate. It's a verb and essentially is sleepwalking. It's to walk during one's sleep. And an example to use the word would be Jason, when stressed, has a tendency to somnambulate. Wonderful.
I forgot to point out, it doesn't look like Ping will be here, and she was supposed to be our meeting minutes taker. Oh,
JP?
thank you. Okay, I missed that. Thanks, JP. I appreciate that. All right. At this time, I will introduce our speaker. Wansan is, let's see, is this the title of your speech? Minnesota Spring 2007? Okay. The title of his speech is Minnesota Spring 2007, and it is speech number 10 in the Competent Communicator. And he will tell us what he was doing in spring of 2007 and why he likes Congressman Keith Ellison. Please join me in welcoming Wansan.
Thanks, Amanda. Master. February 28th, 2007, I was told by my supervisor at the U to look for a new job. He was an extremely nice guy, but was running out of money. He was gracious enough to give me 6 months to do that. After a couple of days of disbelief, anger, humiliation, I started to look. My wife was a graduate student at the U. She followed me from Penn State to the U, and I didn't want to move again. So I was looking for mainly local jobs. So the most sensible place is to look at, to ask a professor sit right next to my supervisor. I got to know from all 3 of them. And I got to know from a local MRI company, coil company. And at that time, I was still embarrassed enough. So I haven't talked to my coworkers. And I was reading a book, What Color is Your Parachute? It said, talk to. And it said, talk to everybody you know. Tell them you're looking for a job. So I figured I had to do that. And they were extremely helpful. 4 of them wrote an email to the people they know that might know a job opening related to MRI. One of them called me back. He was principal scientist at the Medtronic Neuro, working on the MRI project. He said, we happen to have a job opening, and it looks like match your background perfectly. So after a phone interview, followed up by 3 on and off-site face-to-face interview, I got a job offer for a contract position on the MRI team at Medtronic. So I would have been jumping up and down my couch if I had not known the U.S. immigration law better. As an international or as a foreign worker, I need a work visa. The one I had at the U was not transferable. normally it will be straightforward enough. You got an offer, you apply for a visa. Normally they'll grant you one in a couple of weeks. Not in 2007. Remember, this is before the market tanked. So that was booming a lot, and a lot of workers, especially from outside the US, was applying for the work visa, which is typical the H-1B. I don't remember the number, but on the first day in 2007, when they opened to applications, the very first day, they ran out of visas. Supposed to apply for the whole year. So if you were an international student or foreign worker, in 2007, you have to be lucky enough to graduate in spring, not the summer you planned 5 years ago, and you have to get a job, permanent job, not contract job, and you have to file your application on day 1, April 1st, and then pre-app. So I got my job offer in the middle of April, which means there's no visa, no H-1B visa for me. And it's kind of, the whole process is kind of fascinating to watch. If I did not have a personal stake in it, it's the finest moment of a government, a country, governed by law, but by broken law. So I think I was frustrated, but not surprised, since I knew that all along. Fortunately, there was there's way out, or the last resort is I can apply for different work visa, but with a higher doorstep. So there's 6 requirements. If I can meet 2 of them, they have original publications and demonstrate you are outstanding researcher or scientist, then they might grant you a visa. And the Medtronic lawyer said I might have a shot if I can provide 5 to 6 good recommendation letters from experts all over the world, preferably not all your ex-supervisors or co-workers. So that's in the middle of April. So I've always been a private person. It's hard enough to ask for letters from a supervisor, let alone ask for experts you don't really know. But there was just no way out, so I had to do it. So I just emailed them. One was a CEO of a software company I've been using. He had a lot of ties with Penn State, where I'm from, so he was close enough to vividly remember my name. We met a couple of times, but not close enough to count as co-worker or colleague. Then there's another German professor who was a good friend of my ex-supervisor. He's really famous, big name, but I had no idea what he gonna say. I think the worst is no. They wrote back to me right away. The CEO says, sure, I'll write in a letter in a couple of days. And the professor said, yes, give me a draft, I'll sign it. So that was great. And then I got 3 letters from my supervisors between Penn State and UM. I got this all done in about a week or 2, submit the application